Okay, in this list of words we're learning and revising that you can change a word into an adverb by simply adding ly to the end of the base word. So we've got simply, quickly, possibly, reasonably, suitably, carelessly, gratefully, accidentally, absolutely and dangerously. So let's go back and look at what these words mean. So simply means plainly or uncomplicated. Quickly means to move rapidly or with haste, or you're very fast. Possibly means potentially, perhaps or maybe, we're not sure of it. Reasonably means logically. Suitably could mean acceptably or appropriate or fitting. Carelessly means that you're doing something thoughtlessly or negligently. Gratefully means that you're thankful for something. Accidentally means it's happened by chance, or it was unplanned, or it could be it could happen. Absolutely means totally, and dangerously means that it's hazardous or reckless or risky. These words have been changed into adverbs simply by adding an ly to the end of the base word. So we've got simply, quickly, possibly, reasonably, suitably, carelessly, gratefully, accidentally, absolutely and dangerously. The first thing you have to do is write a list word that means. So we've got some definitions there. You have to write the list words on the lines. Then down here, look at your list words and work out which list word goes with these words. We've got reasoning, reasoned, reasons. What is the list word that would go in here? Fill in the gap with the list word. That's quite easy for you. Make sure you read the sentences carefully. Then down the bottom we've got match the list word in the middle to its synonym on this side and its antonym on this side. I would suggest that you use a different highlighter or coloured pencil for each word. So the line quickly would go over here to the word rapidly in one colour, and then you'd link it to its antonym as well in the same colour. It makes it much easier for marking, and it'll help you to work them out better too. This list is on adverbs, and to form an adverb we can simply add an ly to the end of the base word. So our words today are simply, quickly, possibly, reasonably, suitably, carelessly, gratefully, accidentally, absolutely and dangerously. So here we want you to fill in the table. So you've got the adverbs listed here, you've got some to fill in, and to change them into an adjective you've got to think about how you're going to change the end of that word to make it form an adjective. Here you've got to work out what you're going to do to the word to make it form into a, change its structure into a verb or a noun. Now down here we want you to use one word from each column above in a sentence. So one word from the adverb column, one word from the adjective column, and one word where you're going to use it as either a verb or a noun in a sentence. So you've got 3 sentences to write. So add a prefix to make the list words antonym. So you've got to think about what can you add to the start of these words to make them, to change them into their opposite meaning. Now we know with the prefix change rule, the prefix here should be in, but before an M, a P and a B, we change the N to an M. So it's too hard to say impossibly, so we change it to impossibly is much easier to voice. So fill in the gap using a base word, extension or list word. So think about that carefully as you complete those sentences. This is a proofreading exercise, and we put these in because it's much easier for you to learn how to proofread on someone else's writing rather than your own. So we've made some obvious mistakes in this, and we'd like you to go through and insert a full stop where they're missing. If you need to change a letter into a capital letter to show the start of a sentence or the name of a person or place that's important, a proper noun. You've got to insert a comma on occasion, so commas sit on the line, whereas an apostrophe sits above the word, between the letters where it needs to go. Now you may need to indicate whether we shouldn't have a space in some of these areas. No spaces, close the gap. And the other alternative there is it may be appearing as a paragraph and you might think, no, it doesn't need to be a paragraph, it could be kept together. So we also want you to circle the misspelt words. So there's 2 words in every line that are incorrect, and we've given you 2 lines next to each part of a sentence for you to write those incorrectly spelt words on.